Alright, so haven't been doing this for a little bit due to computer technical issues. So the nice thing is, Core Set 2021 is out, so it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes up the meta. I'm definitely really interested. I've been playing today, seen a lot of Ujin type decks. Um, Real fun times. With if you don't kill him right away, he definitely is a game-changing card. Um, I've seen a lot of blue and green ramp decks. So, have one in the works. Didn't buy the 50 pack this go around. I try to do every other set. Um, you know, uh, with Ikoria, there's a lot of cool cards that we're really into doing. Different idea decks. This one is there's a lot of remakes, so I'm just kind of sitting back and kind of seeing like what shakes up. So we're gonna do some Friday Night Magic. We're gonna play some games. Just try to get back into the thing of it, see how this PC holds up. Do have a new one coming, but unfortunately that's not going to be here for a while. Did get up so far tonight to Silver Tier 4. Just really haven't played rank this last season. Mostly just wanted to rank up this last couple days just to get something a little bit more than just that one pack of cards. You know, so far didn't do so bad with the cards. Oh, deck limit. I'm gonna have to delete some decks here. Rogue 1 and Rogue 3. Yeah, they were 4 ban cards, 2 ban cards. Well, I know I'm gonna get my Now, what was interesting, so definitely some decks. I gotta start looking through these decks and figuring what decks are still viable. Rogue 2 was the deck that I went from Bronze 4 up to the Silver. Really don't want to try to grind anything else out tonight. So I figured we'd probably take a look at some other decks. Cats and Dogs, Elves. These 2 decks I just put together. Really haven't played them, so I don't know how they are. Yeah, my Feral Cat Mutate deck does pretty decent. So we're just gonna look at the cards. So still kept the companion in. I still think the companion, even after they changed the requirement where you have to play 3 mana to actually get able to then play the card, I still think that's a nice balance between these cards. I think I've seen less and less of the companion decks. Garuda was kind of a big prevalence deck. It's going to be, I think, Ujin is going to be the next deck that's really going to take off. The fun thing is going to be when the next set rotates. The next set rotation, I got to start looking at some of these decks and really looking at how can I change these so that they're more competitive. I think the use of triomes is going to become more prevalent. Especially in a lot of these decks that I have Godless Shrines, and it's going to be interesting to see how it slows down these decks. And then you're going to look at green with all the ramp, and how that green and blue, and is that going to become more dominant? So we're going to play some cats. We'll maybe play the cat dog deck. I just want to see if this actually holds up. Haven't streamed in a while because there was an issue with this PC, like I said. definitely move that down below. Definitely don't want that. So this will probably be maybe like a Urian deck. Urian. Oh, nice. I'll do that. I'm just curious if I get a mana, I'm just gonna shatter the sky. Nope. I'll start it off on a good. Really have enjoyed playing Ikoria. I really do enjoy Ikoria. There's a lot of neat cards, a lot of beautiful artwork, a lot of alternatives, alternate art, especially in the paper magic. I mean, the triomes are beautiful cards. You know, the foil versions of them. This deck, I don't think this deck is going to be doing too good. Oh, it's all creatures. Wait. Oh, that's a pretty cool deck. What card is that? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so the only way I gotta get another mana, and usually this deck does really well with mana. I don't know why. I probably used my games of good mana. So I really need at least any color mana. I mean, that triome really helps. I have my 2 white. I just need 1 more. Because this is not going to end well. That card basically just... Are you kidding me? Yeah, this game's over. That 1 card, man. Really cool, though. I mean, it's really... That's a really neat... I don't think I've ever seen a deck like that. I mean, it was really neat. Kind of shut down my... creature kill. I mean, that just destroyed that deck. John DeLocke. And it's so hard, because when you get 3 lands in your first hand, I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, I can bring these guys out, get 1 more mana, bring out Cub Warden, got a little creature pacifying here. So overall, not a bad opening hand. Yeah, that's a cool Hydra. I don't think I would have cast them with as a 1/1. I would have waited, especially since I didn't have any creatures out. Because now it's going to sit there. You know what? Something tells me, I think I've seen this before, where the person ramps up a creature. If this turns into a red deck, a red and green deck, then this guy's gonna fling this. So I've had that happen to me. They've ramped up a creature I pacified, and then they flung it at me, and then that was like 20 damage. So I'm wondering if this, or is this a mono green? They killed my kitty. Yeah, I don't know why that guy would have done that. Unless he has a way to get rid of enchantments, which is going to be a fun thing. Nice. Oh, that's pretty nice. Maybe there was something.
Close your eyes, breathe, and listen to the sounds of the wild. Watch out, they bite.
Force of the... Oh.
I'll return with larger predators.
That was interesting, although... that's a pretty cool combo, though, if you bump up your creatures and use that.
Strange and magnificent world. Rise, my elemental friend. Behold, nature's true power.
I seek a path to peace.
Well, that was an interesting chain of events. Not really sure why the person quit. That's not bad. Creatures, you get 1/1. My dog is underneath me here, vying for attention. Alright, so not too bad. Playing like just, well, let's say Friday. Oh, good, I cleaned out my XPs. Oh, that's an interesting hand. When I got that Triumph, that just changed my whole strategy. So we got a red, white, black, and blue deck. Huh. Love Chromatic Lantern. Nice. That's not too bad.
I protect those who cannot protect themselves. True friends always
I do like
stand
Shadow
by
in the
your
Sky.
side.
I've never seen a deck like this, so this is going to be interesting.
We can come back from this.
Dang, does this deck, all it does is just wipe stuff? Pretty crazy. Let's do this. Let's get rid of... I don't think I've ever played a deck like this, so this is going to be an interesting deck. Now this is a neat ability to destroy up to one target. So I'm wondering if... will I be able to pull it off? Oh no, because he's going to drop it. Oh, that Chromatic Lantern, man. That's what you need to... you need that to destroy it. That's the key to this deck. I don't have to retreat yet. Oh, it does actually have. Or if this deck is the whole purpose is just to run out of cards. The only problem is the person's just... I wonder if there's something that's going to bring all those cards back, because he's really... Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those where he's going to dump all those cards back in. The only thing about a deck like this is once this cycles out, the deck's done. Because you're not going to be able to play all the different colors that you're going to need to get the advantage.
Get out of my way. I'm burning up here. Hope it's not too hot for you.
I know my responsibility. Let's try this.
Yeah, this deck is going to be when it's done after. Decks like this, I know I'm probably not going to win it, but I always like to play them out just to see what they're doing or what the whole idea of it is.
I've got time.
And just try to stretch it out as long as possible, just to see how the deck actually plays. It's like an inspired ultimatum deck. I think that's the third one of them.
Let's get toasted.
Oh, I've
You
done.
know, I really wish there was a way you could get rid of emblems. I think they need to build something in that gets rid of emblems. Oh, that's kind of cool. Does that mean if you tap it for 3? Interesting deck. let's try some new decks out. So this was the deck I was playing earlier, Rogue 2. Rogue 2 is one of my fun decks. It's just a rogue deck. Not a bad hand. This deck does pretty good with 4 lands. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, good thing I scryed that because that was going to be horrible. 5 lands in this. Ugh. So this has all mostly, I think it's all rogues, I believe. It's also a very fast designed deck. Like I said, once it gets 4 mana, the rest is just cake. Blue-green artifact deck. No, blue-green. I have a feeling a Nugent's in my future. Golos, haven't seen him in a while. Interesting deck. Yeah, this is one of my favorite decks. This one seems to be doing pretty decent right now in all the different matches, so I'm definitely kind of happy with this one. Sweet, got another pack. I think this is my 20th, 25th, 26th, somewhere around there pack. Uh-oh. Goblin Arsonist. That's an interesting card. Ooh, Tavern Swindler. Not too bad. Alright. Up to number 7. It's not too bad. That's all today, so. Alright. 10 wins today. He's this guy. This is gonna be tough. So I have 3 turns to get a black mana. I'm gonna go for it. It's not ranked. If it was ranked, I'd probably would have went and mulliganed it. I'm gonna miss when Engrath's Rampage cycles out. That's a great card for creature removal. That's gonna be the fun thing, is really trying to think on how the meta's gonna change with the new decks. Robber of the Rich I really like. It's been I like playing that deck. At first I was like, but I like the fact that with this deck too, the neat thing about this is because it just says during any turn you attack with a rogue, if Robber of the Rich dies, the whole deck is all rogue. So any cards I gain from attacking with him, I can use throughout the whole entire game as long as I have a rogue. Because if you notice all these rogue, very rogue. So it's definitely kind of a neat thing. Now, I would love to kill that 3/3, but The only downside about Ingress Rampage is the target player chooses to sacrifice. So if I do now, he's going to do the 1/1 creature, which isn't really going to do me any good. I don't know why he's roping, or is he just thinking? Good thing I don't have any enchantments. Now it gets fun, because now I can drop Rankle. Let them make the choice. And then I'll Angarth Rampage them. Now this is going to be too cruel. That was fun. This will be interesting. Can't block them. You might as well block the damage. This is a fun game. Yeah, once you get about 4 mana with this deck, you're pretty good. I mean, the only thing I'd probably do, I don't know if there's lands with cycling might be better, because then if you get land late in the game, you can cycle it. I'll have to maybe swap that out, because I find sometimes late game, if you have, you start pulling land, and it's like at least now I have acrobats. But yeah, oh, that's a spirit. So rogue. I don't know if this person's missing green mana or... Not going to do you much good at the moment. The damage has been done. Nice. Gems. I always like gems. Gems are always good. Rogue 2. Rogue 2. So the only way I could probably make this better would be now, Daggercaster is a funny rogue. I have seen more people rage quit after I drop Daggercaster just for the ability of dealing 1 damage to each opponent and each damage to each creature, especially with red deck wins when they have a lot of these 1/1 elementals or 1/1 goblins. I drop that and it's a great board wipe, and it's funny how people really hate that card. So overall, I mean, this is going to be an interesting deck. I'd like to try to keep this idea around of a rogue deck. Unfortunately, you know, if we're going to look at the cards that are going to rotate out this fall, we're going to lose a good majority of these, except for Robert the Rich. But Angar's Rage, you know, we're going to Burning Tree Vandal, Acrobats, you know, so the whole deck, unfortunately, it's pretty much over for this deck. But a real fun deck. I do really enjoy playing it. You know, I might have, maybe I might swap out. Is there a cycle? I'm gonna look at that right now. Oh, oops. No, don't discard changes. I don't want to do changes. I thought there was a cycle. I might be just thinking of the, And even with... Scry. No, there's no cycle lands. Just the triomes. Could have swore there was cycling, but oh well. That's what it's going to be. Deck says. Oh, there we go. That's a new feature. I like that. So yeah, I mean, this deck does pretty decent. I'm not sure what else to swap out or balance-wise. You know, and a lot of these I don't have more than what I have. Maybe Robber or the Rich minus one of them and either add another. You only can have one of them. And you only have only Rankle, so I mean, maybe adding another Rankle or something, but it's a fun deck. Like I said, this is what, if you look at my daily wins today. Profile. 11, 15 wins were due to that deck today, so. But anyway, have a good evening. You know, support the channel. Cybertek cards on TCG Player. I have a lot of different sets up there. Some of them are more modern. I do have some vintage. But yeah, take a look at TCG Player and look up Cybertek cards, and I try to keep the prices basically on market value. If there's anything, lands or anything that you don't see on there, just post a message or say, hey, contact me. I do have a lot of cards that are not necessarily listed. Mostly of them are commons. As I build out different decks that I test in here, and then I actually use in paper tournaments. So, yeah, Cybertek cards on tcgplayer.com. Thanks for watching.